It's my birthday, and for my birthday, I'm giving you a present. If you buy a 1-hour reading between now and May 9th, that's my birthday, I'll give you a free 30-minute follow-up until May 9th. So order one today at soulmart.me. Scorpios, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. My name is Christopher Witecki, and I'm your host to the universe. And I want to remind you, you've got a home away from home called soulgarden.me, where Mara is writing her heart out for you, helping Scorpios get through the transits going on. That is our dedicated zodiac writer on the staff. We also have a director as well, and we have an entire group of Scorpions ready to protect you. So when you want to come leave your secrets out, don't post it on Facebook. Keep it in the garden where it will be respected. Now, the Scorpios are working on some intense stuff this month. They're ready to renegotiate all of their soul contracts, as in what their relationships are. That's a big deal. If you've been in a relationship with a Scorpio, you know there's nothing as known as light negotiation, right? And up until now, with the Sun in Taurus, you've hopefully been identifying and clearing LTR situations. In other words, areas of your relationships where you are not getting what you are giving. Perhaps there are areas for you Scorpio men out there, I must say, that are not giving what you are getting or whatnot, you know. And in all cases, things need to change. Mostly because you've grown 12 years since this transit. That was the last time you looked at relationships this intensely. And it's time to take a step back and renegotiate. Now, when we begin on Monday, we are holding space. It's a two-part day ruled by two planets. First, Earth rules itself. Then Chiron kicks in somewhere in the afternoon. If you're in GA, I will text you when that happens. But it comes down to holding back from what no longer can be in relationships. And do not forget, we also include our mirage. The way a Scorpio treats himself is the type of person they draw in. So this may all be dealing with so far the way you treat yourself, what you tolerate from yourself, what you tolerate in your life. That is the first half of this, or the first chapter. But as of Monday, you begin to move forward now, expanding what can be. And by the end of the day, with Chiron ruling the day, a healing. So doing some healing over LTRs at the end of the day. The moon is in Leo, so emotions on Monday are career focused or control focused or obsessed with a particular decision. And the soul pyramid here is going to go on for another full week, and what I want to outline for you is how it works. As you expand your LTRs, that is your relationships, and how you see yourself in the context of a we, balancing yourself to another, this expansion actually frees up your role in society with Mars and frees up your attitude. In other words, your mind is often held back because you're unhappy in relationships and you're not happy necessarily where you are in the world. And what the universe is saying, if you expand the definition of relationships, this all moves forward for you, which is a good thing. Now on Tuesday, it's a day of jovial exploration. We start off with Chiron ruling the day so you can heal. If you literally fought with someone in your transit so far, I would say Tuesday is a good healing day, a good apology day, a good accepting of an apology day. It doesn't help anyone to shut someone out completely, Scorpio, by the way. You're just holding back even your future progress. But everyone needs a break too, don't get me wrong there. Nonetheless, it's time really to move forward and let Jupiter take you on a ride and explore your options. By the second half of Tuesday, you want to see, what are your options? What can you do? What can you draw on? Maybe you can look at it differently. Maybe you can go to therapy. Maybe you can actually join a singles club for those of you who are trying to light cast your first long-term relationship. Whatever the case, open-mindedness is the key. Now, you might get a big burp or a big spark in society. The moon moves into Virgo, and that's going to shift your energies now to your place, your reputation. You might face reputation issues. You might work this out with a particular BFF, best friend forever. This might be playing out in that regard. But some sort of social anxiety might tip off the soul pyramid on Tuesday when the moon crosses over Mars. Wednesday, we have showers and chance of storms. That's because Uranus will rule the day, and that's going to bring a breakdown to something in the relationship. Either you were hoping and it broke down, or perhaps you tried something and it didn't work. Perhaps you realized that it's worse than you thought. I'm not trying to predict doom here. I'm just saying there's something where you did not see how deep this goes, and the universe is going to unveil that. Also, these two opposing oppositions here, this kind of double X marks the spot. These these are pressure points. They're actually happening all week long, but I think on Wednesday they feel the worst is what I'm analyzing. And this, I have to remind you, is on the one hand, you're facing karma. Saturn retrograde in Libra is Scorpios are clearing out stuff that goes back to childhood. So you have to keep a consideration that some of your relationship stuff is you having new actors play your mom and dad's roles, so to speak, or set up the same scene. Right? That is for the benefit of you getting rid of the pattern at large, not just the person now. So that pressure is on, and opposing that pressure is you wanting to feel in control in your life, you wanting to not have your life go back and forth for relationships. You've got a very strong will and mind to just stay connected to the moment and not let this crap blow you all over the place. So it is the balance between reality and facing these old things. And on the other hand, Neptune in Pisces has got your inner child wanting love, wanting fun, wanting life to get fun. Please, can it get fun? I know you Scorpios, and that's been really the demand. But on the other side, you know, Mars and Virgo, your social obligations, how people need you, you're tied into friends, you're tied into roles, and the balance between your joy and where you're feeling pulled in the world. So it really is a high pressure point on this day, and Uranus will get you to hopefully understanding. Emotions stick to still those social issues, by the way, so it's very possible that everything I just outlined happens all in one friendship. Now, for those of you watched over by the Guardian Agency, I'm going to send out some personal attacks on Wednesday, drilling down to your natal chart, getting to the bottom of what motivates you to move forward. This will apply mostly to your place in society, as you will read about if you're watched over. Then on Thursday, things get a bit cloudy again. That's because Mercury rules the day, so we kind of fuzzy up. It's a day of exploring, getting the picture, putting the pieces together, and really getting clarity on what happened, why is it not breaking down, where do I need to aim my LTR strategies, my long-term relationship strategies. Making it further cloudy, emotions go underground into your subconscious. So whatever that weed issue is that goes back to childhood I was talking about a few minutes ago, that issue comes to the top. So you might be exploring that issue in particular. It's not just this marriage. It's not just your first marriage. It's not just your dad. It goes all the way back to a childhood or past life if your belief structure goes that far. And I think on Thursday you're kind of exploring just that. Now if you need some safe exploring, one little reminder, office hours are on the mothership for free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London. So we encourage you to come on down, meet with one of our soul practitioners, and get a little free advice. And it's a good way to sample things out or get an affirmation of what you're feeling. We have to take a quick little break now, Scorpio. But when I come back, I've got your Friday Happy Dance and a full moon weekend after this. Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello Scorpio, welcome back. Thanks for watching the commercials, and it's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. And Friday won't be as bad as Wednesday, Thursday was, I think, with that breakdown. But it's still some serious business. The moon crosses over Saturn, that's why. So you will come to full terms with releasing the emotion attached to that karma that might go back to childhood. Karma meaning this problem you have in relationships or wherever that keeps repeating itself, mostly due to the fact that you are sending out subconscious signals to draw this type of relationship in. But when the moon crosses Saturn, you have an opportunity to release that emotional baggage and let go of the pattern. So it's really a positive day in that sense, but it's inward and it's quite private. I've got good news though, and the day is called Saturday. On Saturday, sunny and super cool. That's because you've got a full moon in your sign. This is the only time in the entire year that the moon will be full in your sign. This is going to make you very confident, maybe even arrogant, perhaps dangerous, because emotions and ego have become one. Now this emotional boost is really a bit of a disguise. What it's designed to do is pull you out of this relationship issue, pull you out with strength, be able to face your relationships if you haven't been able to as of yet. Certainly give yourself a lot lot of passion and courage. You have the strength of your emotions and the strength of your ego working as one. But the intention, in my opinion, of the universe is to give you the strength to pull out of any situation. And now that the sun is conjuncting Jupiter, you should be feeling a lot of resources, support, etc. from your world to do it. And if you don't feel it, it's there. Trust me, Jupiter always pays and pays on time, usually a little early. That full moon will apex at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. Now on Sunday, things are still quite emotional. The moon is full in Scorpio, but not at apex. It's starting to wind down, but I think you're feeling fantastic. You're feeling charismatic. The Grand Trine does break for a few days, like I mentioned in the beginning of the week. This is going to give you a little bit of break of this growth for just a moment, leaving you to float with relationship development through the next week. I'll come back next week to talk about that. But on Sunday, with Saturn ruling the evening, you want to make a clear decision on where you see your long-term relationships going. So you are deciding and committing to move a different direction, and you are certainly double deciding to commit what won't happen any further. If nothing else, you should be absolutely solid about what won't happen. Now Mercury is going to move out of home and into long-term relationships, which will bring back the soul pyramid here in just a few days. So you will see your life moving at that same pace. From Sunday on, it's time to come to the commitment, come to the decision, and it's time to hold space for the next week where we start to move toward that decision. Thank goddess the moon is in Scorpio, so you're pretty charismatic and cool. All right, officer, that's all I have for this 7-day forecast, but I'll be back in 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.